You're a hero. You join the military. You're a hero. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. Are you about to join the military? Are you a young, starry-eyed 18-year-old soldier that doesn't know jack about anything, but you still raised your hand and you gave the oath of allegiance to the United States of America? Well, guess what, young soldier? I'm happy for you. I'm glad you joined the military. But Daddy Strongman is here to make sure you don't make some stupid financial decisions when you join the military. Okay? So you better take out pen and paper and take frickin' notes. Let's begin. I have an example here of two young privates. I have Private Derp. This is the dumb private. It's in red. Red is bad. And then we have Private Slurp. I tried to rhyme Derp with something. It was tough. But think about Slurp as something that's delicious and delectable, okay? Private Slurp is a smart guy. His actions are in green. You want to be Private Slurp. You don't want to be Private Derp, okay? Look at this picture I drew. This guy's a freaking disaster. Look at his freaking haircut. He's got like a double mohawk, and he's got big ears. Not that he can control that, but whatever. And here we have Private Slurp. Nice haircut, smiling, perfectly proportionate ears. This is who you want to be, young soldiers. Private Slurp. Let's talk about why. First, we're going to talk about old Derpy here, okay? These two were in the same basic training class. Private Derp, however, is really dumb when it comes to personal finances. And he made some terrible, terrible decisions. He graduates basic training. He's like second to last in his class. Barely passed his PT test. What does he do on the first freaking day that he gets to his unit at Fort Hood, Texas? He buys a Mustang for 23% APR. And yes, this is not a myth. I was in the military and I actually had a soldier that did this. He bought a brand new car from a dealer that completely ripped him off. 32% APR. This young private's paycheck is now completely gone. He bought a brand new car to impress the girls who don't care anyway. And he's paying a car payment and he's paying insurance. That's stupid, okay? When you get to your unit, do not buy a new car. If you want a car, get a piece of junk. No one cares how nice your car is. Everybody's laughing at you. Don't be Private Derp and get a stupid car. Just don't do it, okay? Just trust me. I'm 30 years old. I've lived life, all right? What else does Private Derp do? Well, he's never had a girlfriend before, okay? And that happens. Some of us are late bloomers. Not that that's me. But he's never had a girlfriend. So what he does is he goes to the strip club and he spends, what's left of his paycheck on strippers. And the first stripper that he meets, she smiles, she gives him a little kiss, and after knowing her for one day, he decides to marry her. Listen up. If you know somebody for one day, that's not enough time to marry them, okay? You want to date somebody for at least a couple years before you even consider getting married, okay? Because you don't really know somebody until you actually date them for a long period of time. You got to get through that honeymoon phase of your life, okay? So if you get to your duty station and there's some girl, she's beautiful, she's perfect, don't get married. Or at least wait until you actually get to know her, okay? There's so many soldiers that I saw that got freaking married within a month or two of knowing somebody. That's dumb. Just trust me, because then you get divorced, she takes your money, you have a kid, it's a freaking disaster. Don't get freaking married, okay? Next, old Private Derp here goes to Afghanistan. You see some terrible war, sitting on the fob doing nothing. He deploys and he gets all these extra pays. He gets his combat pay, his family separation, if he was married at the time, all that good stuff. But what does he do? He spends all his freaking money on dip and Greed Monster, okay? When you deploy, that is a unique opportunity to save money. You are getting way more money when you're deployed versus being in garrison. You get tax-free pay, all these special combat pays. Why don't you take some of that and put it aside? Maybe put some money in your Roth IRA or your Roth TSP. You know, maybe save some money for whatever future plans you have, okay? Don't be this idiot who blows all his money on complete BS. Just don't do it. You can set some money aside for when you get back to have fun, but you should also save a chunk of it, okay? Does that make sense? Don't spend all your deployment money. Because when you get back, all that deployment money is gone. You lose your special pays as soon as you get back to America. Take notes. What else does he do? Smoke spice. Oh, they're not going to detect it on the drug test. False. Don't do drugs, my young hooas. Don't do it, okay? Do I need to say anything more about that? And finally, he hates Captain Bell. Who is Captain Bell? He is a genius investment advisor who gives fantastic, delicious advice for free on YouTube. And he doesn't screw you over like a financial advisor would, okay? So if somebody hates a wonderful man like that, like this guy, there's something wrong, okay? Don't hate me. Subscribe to my channel and like the video, all right? So now we're done with this clown. We're gonna move on to Private Slurp, somebody who actually made good decisions while they were in the military. Number one, he saves part of his paycheck. Let me tell you something, young hua. You're gonna be living in the barracks, unless you're married, okay? And even then you might be on base housing. But when you're in the barracks, literally all your bills are covered. You're not paying rent, you're not paying utilities, you're not paying anything. Your paycheck is literally disposable income. You even get free freaking food at the DFAC. Yeah, it may suck, but it's free food, okay? You can save money even as a buck private. 20% of your paycheck, I guarantee you can save it, okay? But you don't have to believe me, it's whatever. But when all your bills are paid for and your entire paycheck is disposable income, you can save money, okay? So Private Slurp here, he saves part of his paycheck. Could be 10%, could be 15%, because he thinks about the future. He may not be in the military forever. He may need emergency savings. Everybody does. He knows that. He listened to Strongman Personal Finance. He took notes, which you better be freaking doing right now, all right? Number one, he saved his paycheck. Number two, TSP, the Thrift Savings Plan, your retirement plan through the military. The military, for the new blended retirement system, gives you a 5% match. 5% on any contributions. So if you put in $50 of your base pay, let's say that's 5% of your base pay, boom, you get free $50 from the military on top of that. You just doubled your money for doing nothing, okay? So at a minimum, you want to put in 5% of your paycheck into the TSP and get that free match if you fall under the blended retirement system, okay? Next, he goes to school part-time. Number three, why is this important? Well, when you finish your obligation, your service, whatever, you're going to get the GI Bill. And you can use that GI Bill, let's say you want to get out, you can use that GI Bill to get your bachelor's and potentially your master's. Now your goal while you're on active duty, and yes, it may be tough, especially if you're combat arms, your goal is to try to get an associate's degree at the local community college on base, okay? It doesn't have to be prestigious, but you want to at least try to get an associate's degree. Why? Well, let's say Private Slurp gets out of the military. He's a good soldier, but he's just done. He doesn't want to do it anymore. Well, guess what? If he has an associate's degree, he can use his GI Bill to get a bachelor's and a master's degree. And he gets paid to do it. And he doesn't pay a dime in tuition, okay? You want to do that. Because if you don't go to school while you're on active duty, then all you're going to be able to get is a bachelor's degree. after you get out of the military. But if you want a master's, boom, you gotta get part-time school while you're on active duty, okay? Next, he drives a pink van, used, that he bought for $1,000. Yeah, the little soldier in the Mustang, this clown, might make fun of him because he drives a crap van. Well, guess what? What's his car payment? It's nothing because he paid for it in cash. It's absolutely nothing. And instead of wasting his money on a stupid car, Private Slurp is investing for his future in his TSP, saving his paycheck, and spending his time going to college, okay? Oh my God, what a loser. If you join the military and you need a car, which you don't, okay, unless you have a family. If you live in the barracks, you don't need a freaking car. Get a crap used car. The crappiest car that is serviceable and works, okay? You don't want to blow your entire paycheck on a Mustang because it literally will consume your entire paycheck because you're not only paying for the car payment, you're paying for insurance. And since you're young, your insurance rates are going to be insane, okay? You gotta wait till you're an old gentleman like me before you get better insurance rates, all right? And last but not least, he subscribes to Strongman Personal Finance and he likes all his videos. And he also has a shrine in his barracks room to Captain Bell. That's me, okay? If you follow these principles and you don't be this idiot, you're gonna be fine. You could stay in the military and do 20 years, get your pension, or you can get out and pursue a good civilian career. But the last thing you want to do is hamstring yourself for your entire life by making stupid decisions, okay? But you know what? You don't have to listen to me, okay? I'm just dumb. I don't know anything about money, okay? Obviously, girls aren't gonna like you unless you have a Mustang. Oh wait, I drive a Ford Fiesta and I'm married. Oh my God. Wow. I saved in my TSP. I have a nice TSP balance. Imagine that, okay? Wow. Well, that concludes the video. If you like my videos, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share them to all your new Whoa friends. You guys have a wonderful day.